So this is the TP-Link Tapo C225 camera with a resolution of 2K QHD, Starlight Sensor for low lighting conditions, a view range of 360° horizontal, plus pack features like a privacy mode button as well as patrol mode. This is certainly a camera packed with features for your home security needs. This is the TP-Link Tapo C225 Pan and Tilt Home Security Camera. It has got a resolution of 2K QHD. It features a physical privacy mode where you can cover the lens for privacy, and has got a smart AI detection and notification. It has got a smart motion tracking and has got a Starlight Sensor. We'll go through some of these features using the Tapo app. So let's unbox and take a look at this Wi-Fi camera. So removing all the items in box, this is what you have: the Tapo C225 camera, the DC power adapter, the quick start guide, the mounting screws, the mounting template, and the camera base. I really like the mounting template because it helps to mount the camera onto the wall if needed, as you can see over here. For a start, let's mount the camera to the camera base. It may not be mounted on a wall, but we'll use the camera base as is. So simply put it in alignment and twist, and it is locked in place. To remove, simply turn the other direction. So once again, mounting the camera base, align it and turn clockwise, and it's locked in place. Let us take a look at the camera. Currently it is in the privacy mode. So if you were to rotate it up, you should be able to see the camera itself, the lens. Above it is the system LED, and below the lens, that is the microphone. And it has got a physical privacy mode button over here, where if you were to press on it, it will cover the lens. If you rotate further up, you should be able to see the micro SD card slot and the reset button. This camera supports micro SD card capacity of up to 512 GB. So we've got a 512 GB micro SD card, and we are going to insert it into the camera. So push it into the micro SD card slot. It is spring loaded. Next, let us power up the camera. We'll connect the power adapter to the power socket, and with the other end of the power cable, we'll plug it into the power port located at the back of the camera. Let's turn on the power at the wall socket. The camera is power on. You can see that the LED is blinking red and green. This means that it is ready for setup. We'll use the Tapo app to set up this camera. Let's start up the Tapo app. If you need the app, simply download from the Play Store. Do note, if this is the first time you are downloading and installing the Tapo app, you may need to create an account and activate to use. So we have already done that. As you can see, we've got the home camera, which is the Tapo C210 that we have set up previously, and also the Tapo robot, that is the RV10 Plus, and we'll provide both links for the robot vacuum as well as the home camera over here so you can have a reference. For now, let's set up the Tapo C225 camera by tapping on the plus icon at the top right hand corner. You can see the Tapo C225 camera. Select that. So we have already plugged in our Tapo device and it is blinking red and green. Go to next. So connect to device. So let's select our network. Do note that this camera only supports 2.4 GHz. So we'll select Technology Tips 2.4 network. Key in the password for your Wi-Fi network. Once the password is keyed in, go to next. The Tapo device will connect to the following network. Go to next.
Connecting to Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi connected.
We can name our device. Once you have named your device, go to next. We can set the location. We'll set it as living room. Go to next. Our Tapo device is configured. Tap on Sounds Good. You can try out the Tapo Care cloud services. We'll skip for now. We have inserted our micro SD card. So we can do an auto firmware update, and the update time we can select it, or we can leave it as is between 3 to 5 AM. Got it. And you can see that the Tapo C225 camera has been added to our favorites. Let's do a review. We'll use the Tapo app to review and show you its features. We'll select the living room camera. So this is the first view that you see once you turn on the camera. It is our rabbit house. We'll demonstrate the top feature. This camera has got an inbuilt speaker as well as a microphone. So you need to hold to talk. Hello?
Hello?
Testing.
Testing.
So you can pan and tilt if needed. You can even pinch the mobile phone to zoom in. The next feature will show you the pan and tilt. We'll mark the position of this rabbit house. We'll call it rabbit house. The camera has got a view range of 360° horizontal and 149° vertical. We'll show you the view range for the 360° horizontal. We'll mark the position of the statue. We'll call it statue. Let's continue panning the camera. It has reached the maximum extent in this direction. Once again, we will mark the position for this waterfall. Now, if we go to marks, we can return to the rabbit house. The camera will automatically pan back to the rabbit house. So let's pan to the other direction. So we will mark this position as Disneyland. Let's continue panning. And it has reached the maximum in this direction. So this is the 360° horizontal view range. Now, if we go to marks, we can select any of these marks that we have just saved. Let's go to waterfall, and you can see the full 360° view range again. We can select the marks for statue, and you will turn to the statue. Likewise for Disneyland. Finally, we'll return to the rabbit house, which is the main view. So that's the pan and tilt feature. We can even do a voice call. Hello. Next, we'll show you the privacy mode. But let's pan to the waterfall. There is a privacy mode button on the camera itself. You can either press that to shield the lens, or you can use the app. Select privacy mode, and you can see that the lens has been rotated to be covered up. Let's exit the privacy mode. The next feature is the alarm on-off. Let's turn on the alarm. Now the alarm will trigger any inputs such as motion detection, person detection, line crossing detection, which you can set in the settings. So let's try to simulate a motion detection by waving our hands in front of the camera. let's turn off the alarm. So there's also a Tapo Care where you can record to the cloud storage. So for tag on and off, you need to set it on a particular object in the settings. Next, we'll show you the playback and memory. So this was the recorded event earlier when we trigger the alarm. You can even take a photo or video, and that will be captured under memory. Next, let's go to the settings for the camera. You can invert the image if the camera is mounted on the ceiling. You can see that the image is now inverted. Let's turn off invert image. For status LED, you can actually turn it off. Let's turn it back on. Let's pan back to the rabbit house. Under privacy zones, you can actually select the area where you want to mask out. If you turn it on, you can add a zone. So we'll mask out the bedroom. You can see that it has masked out the bedroom. So that's for privacy zones. For night mode settings, this camera has got a Starlight mode where it captures higher quality images even in low light conditions. So we'll show you the Starlight mode. By turning off the light. You can see that with the Starlight mode, you are still able to view your rabbit house with clarity. So we'll show you the night mode settings for infrared. You can see that the camera has now switched to infrared. So the Starlight sensor for this camera is indeed remarkable. Let's turn on the lights. So that's the night mode settings. We'll set it back to Starlight mode. And for the night vision distance, if it's under infrared mode, you can select for far and close. And if you select close, it will create clear images with invisible infrared light. And this is suitable for short-range monitoring of babies or pets at night. So we'll set it back to far. So for detections and alerts, it has got several modes that we can choose from. So by default, the motion detection and AI detection is turned on. You can have a line crossing detection where you can select lines on the image itself. So you can set the boundary for any movement. and you can even set the schedule for the boundary detection for any objects that cross the boundary. We'll turn it off. Even for camera tampering, if you turn it on, you can set the sensitivity. So this is good in case someone in your house tampers with the camera by shifting the location. Then you will get a notification. You'll switch off camera tampering. So there's a detection tag. When enabled, a tag will be marked on the live view when an event is detected. And for the activity notifications, you can have a push notifications to your phone when your camera detects activities. Currently it's default to on. And you can even have reach notifications. When enabled, the camera will send notifications with snapshots when it sees a person or an object. So you can instantly review to see what's going on. And here are some settings for semi notifications. We'll set it as always. So for camera alarm, we have just shown you on the main menu itself to set the camera to trigger a light and sound alarm when it detects activity. For motion tracking, we can turn it on or off. When motion is detected, the camera will continue tracking the activity until it has stopped. So the camera will actually follow the motion if that is turned on. So for micro SD cards, we are having it as a loop recording, turn on. You can have a recording schedule. Currently it's only recording if it detects anything. We can do an edit and clear all and select it for continuous recording. So we can record all day long and never miss a moment. So the camera is now set to continuous recording. One thing good about this camera is that it has got a patrol mode. You can add a mark. Let's choose a position for waterfall. We'll add a mark. So you can have a layover time. You can save. And we can add the mark for the rabbit house as well. Let's add mark 2 and save. So let's turn on patrol mode. You can see that the camera is pending. You'll be at the waterfall for a minute and then it will patrol back to the rabbit house. So after a minute, it will pan back to the rabbit house. Pretty cool, eh? So that's the patrol mode for this camera. We'll turn it off. For video quality, it's currently set to auto, but it has got a 2K QHD resolution for you to choose if needed. We'll leave it as auto. So under advanced settings, you can have the privacy mode on off, you can record audio, you can have the power line frequency. Let's take a look at that. It's currently set to auto. You can set to 50 Hz or 60 Hz if needed. You can have the on-screen display settings. Currently is displaying the timestamp as well as the logo. And it's got diagnostics and pan and tilt correction. You can even share the device with your family members. So that's basically the features for your TP-Link Tapo C225 camera. So do check it out at the stores.